I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU. And man, I hope my team they won one. I hope my team they won one. Yeah, man. I hope my team they won one. I hope my team they won one. I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, he know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with the hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is the Indy Report, episode 754. I'm Dave, and I have my partner in crime, Jeffery Johnson. How you doing, sir?
Man, I said, let me get on, man. Let me just make sure I have my mask on, and I'm far away from people, so I'm good. Man.
Oh, it's rough in these streets, huh? Yeah, look, man, my son, it's funny, it's kind of wild, because I literally was in mask mode today. My son has been sick all week. I've been chilling at my house, trying to get things situated. I'm flying to Atlanta tomorrow, but man, it was looking kind of looking like it might not happen. But luckily my sitter was like, my grandmother was like, yeah, we'll take him. I'll take him. And I'm like, you sure? It's like, yep. All right, thank you. So but he's still fighting something.
Yeah, it's that season.
Yeah, man. You know what? I miss one part of wearing a mask all the time is that you didn't get sick.
Exactly.
Didn't get sick. Did not get sick. Did not get sick at all. That was like the biggest benefit.
Exactly. You know, what's funny is people, when they see me now, they think it's a political statement.
Nah, look, man. I thought about just start wearing it because, like, and the thing is, the wearing of the mask thing wasn't something that just it became more rampant with COVID, but there were some folks that were always wearing a mask out anyway. Before COVID, and now and after COVID, I completely understand why.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I completely understand why. So let me run through the intro. Welcome to episode 754 of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab radio show and podcast, the show that's covering the sporting HBCU diaspora, all things HBCU sports for institutions large and small, from the NAIA to the NCAA. We share insights and information on the HBCU sports culture and the HBCU athletic aesthetics to facilitate the story of HBCUs. Athletic programs and the business of HBCU sports. I am your host, David L. Rhodes, with my co-host, Jeffery Johnson, and Big Reek. How you doing, sir, Mr. Tariq Wilson?
I'm well, just going from my son's basketball game, so yeah, I made it.
All right, we are filming from our home studios and sending a signal live to our KCOH 1230 AM studios with the Texas Radio Hall of Famer, Ralph Cooper, in the beautiful home of Texas Southern University from Houston, Texas. All right. Do you have any interesting news that you want to discuss today, Jeff?
You know what? Listen, I'm gonna say no because I want to protect my sources, and if I say it, then everybody's gonna know who I got it from. So, but I will say this though. There are some interesting candidates that we're hearing about, and I'm just gonna throw more. We talked about it last week with Parker.
Dr. Parker, yeah.
But I'm also saying this. I kind of like Quinn Gray now.
Hey man, I got wind that that Quinn applied there as well, and I'm kind of fascinated to see what he decides to do and which way he goes with regards to this, because like everybody's talking about him linked to the FAMU job. I mean, his starting quarterback's already in the portal. So like everybody's already like shooing that in. And I'm like, I don't know. I think from a fit standpoint, FAMU would make the most sense. I mean, he's an alumnus there and things of that sort. But you never know. It might be interesting. You don't know the scale of everything else that's within the whole package when it comes to it all. Like, I expect that you guys are definitely probably going to offer more than FAMU will.
You know what? I think we will, and I also think that we give him more opportunity for advancement. He's at the CAA, You know, I mean, you got the opportunity to be in the playoffs. You got the opportunity to go up against, I would say, pretty decent competition. So, and you can really build a program there at Hampton. And right now, expectations are so low. You know, wouldn't you want to come in on low expectations? Heck, all you win 2 games, win before 2 games, and that's considered a successful season. Heck, so I would say that.
But eventually, you're gonna expect them to win. Like,
yeah,
let's be clear. Like, you're gonna expect them to win. That's the reason why they made the decision to move on from from Boykin. So winning's gonna be expected at some point. You might have a little bit more time than FAMU.
Yeah,
but you're gonna have to expect to win at some point.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I would say this. I'd rather be at Hampton because we kicked Blacksit off of campus, and I could see him at Bragg and Candace Jones on the sideline in orange and green.
Nah, but I'm fascinated to see how this unfolds. And then I just got recent news that Morehouse has moved on from their head coach.
They needed to. This is why I always say this. I am not a fan of celebrity hires. Stump Mitchell 2.0.
Did that count as a celebrity hire?
Terrence Mathis.
Like, it's funny. I was having a debate with somebody the other week about who is a celebrity hire and who's not, and I was just naming folks.
I don't think that goes in the category of celebrity hire.
I don't think so
it goes into what they call a credibility hire. Like, you're getting the guy, he played in the NFL, so he knows what he's talking about. No, he does not. The man, you played in the league, but you have no experience recruiting. You have no experience coaching. Yeah, you might coach up a couple of players on your team, but you have no experience putting a program together, no administrative experience. So I think a lot of times these HBCUs bring in these credibility hires that backfire.
Now, it'll be interesting. Like, I'm interested to see what Marshall Falk's going to do at Southern. I'm kind of fascinated with that hire since he's from Louisiana. But
he's comparable enough. He's a smart guy.
Oh yeah.
I kind of put him in that Eddie George category. I know I said Stump Mitchell, but I'm in between Eddie George and Stump Mitchell, wherever that is.
So Tariq, what are you thinking about the candidates being mentioned so far regarding the Hampton?
I think they're all good candidates. I mean, I do think if you look at who the AD has been going after for like basketball, he's gone after people that have experience playing big games in big leagues. Yeah. And that's what I would prefer to see for football. I don't want a D2 guy learning on the job. I want somebody who can come in and diagnose the CIA quickly and make the adjustments that you need to make at that level. That's what I would prefer. Now, those guys are all great coaches, but there's a curve. I don't care what job it's a step up. It's a curve, and I don't want to sit through that curve. I want somebody who's going to come in and win.
I will say this to respond, and we're going to talk about the Celebration Bowl a little bit more after the break. But the 2 coaches that are currently in the Celebration Bowl that are playing this Saturday, both of them, their previous gig were at Division II programs. You got one that was balling at Benedict.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost a conference game yet. Now, he ain't won a postseason game, to be fair, but he hasn't lost a conference game yet. And then you have another guy that led Valdosta State to the national title last year before he came to Prairie View. Yeah. And both of them were able to get to the Celebration Bowl in the first year.
Yeah.
I know, but which leagues are those?
I know, but I get it. But my point is, you can get a good coach, and that's why it's funny. It's funny you say that because when Tremaine Jackson got hired for Prairie View, I immediately said they're winning the West.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready to give him the whole thing because I respected what Jackson State did the previous year.
Yeah.
But I immediately, as soon as I saw the hire, I said, they're winning the West. And everybody thought I was crazy. And I said, they're winning the West. They got the best coach.
Yeah. And you see what Valdosta State has done since he's been gone. Now, they did make it to the playoffs, but they weren't as good.
No, no. And he talked about how there was when he first got there, they were trying to make him do it the way that Valdosta State did it.
Yeah.
And then he had to change it and do it his way.
Yeah.
And then that's when the success started showing up.
Absolutely.
And then it worked out. And I mean, like I said, we'll talk about the game after the break. But I think Tariq, I don't want you to don't be discouraged about the D2 coach because Quinn Gray has had some pretty good success.
Yeah,
I mean, he did pretty good in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I just want to make it clear, it's nothing against them.
No. I know what
you know what I'm saying.
I get it. You want somebody that has Division I head coaching experience that's been there before because you want to turn this around quickly. You don't want to wait. But I think Dr. Parker, who I think would be like the no-brainer pick from my perspective.
Like what?
And Quinn, where are some good pickups?
Say is we don't want a coach that says so THO DABALL throw the ball. We don't want that. We've had that so long. Throw the ball. No, but seriously, we want a coach on the third and 8. Like we talk about this all the time. Third and 8. What are you gonna do? What kind you cannot run it on the third and 8 when they know you're going to pass it. What kind of quarterback are you going to have? That, to me, is the biggest difference. What can you do on third and 8? And that's what I care. That's what we care about. Those games are won on those third and 8s. And what do you have a tight end a possession tight end that can catch? That to me is that's the big thing that me and Rick talk about all the time. So
yeah, how many times have we've heard this, Jeff, and I think it's just because I don't know for whatever reason. Like after the games, and we may talk to a coach of the opposing team, and they talk about schematically, how we were out schemed. Like the schemes were so boring. But I want someone who can out scheme guys. That's it. And it's just like when you have to do it over and over and over again, you get good at it. So that's what I want. But
looks like if we do get an out schemer, he's only there for a year. Remember Chris Beatty?
Oh, he was great.
Gone.
Man. He was great.
Gone. So he was there. But we need to have a guy who can build a pipeline in that category. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys, and we'll go to break after this question. When do you guys think they are going to make a selection?
Ooh, so
because now it is now December 10th.
Tick tick tick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I would say this. Oh God, I just don't. I just know that they are feverishly trying to get this thing down, and there are some good candidates, and there's a lot of conversation going. But I don't know. I just can't tell you. I don't know. But we all know who actually wowed everybody and one who did not wow everybody. We do know that.
Okay.
Can we take a guess? I
want to guess. I want to know when you think they're going to hire this guy, this next coach of y'all's.
I think they're being very deliberate.
Yeah.
So I think by Christmas, I would expect something by Christmas.
Yeah, because that guy could be still coaching now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or it could be contract negotiations, and it could be a back and forth type of thing.
Yeah, I guess there is a rush, but this new coach is gonna have to go raid the portal anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think the big thing you're concerned. Well, then again, you probably don't care it depends on how you look at whether or not you want some of your guys to stay, right? And I think that's the rub, right? Because the longer our school takes to decide who their coach is going to be, the more players are going to hit the portal.
Yeah.
And so that's why you got to kind of make a move sooner than later.
Running backs, everybody else is expendable, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple guys who we're like, we hope they stay, but they already put their name in the portal. Yeah. So I'm like,
we're like, we won't miss you.
Yeah, we had 2 wins. We had 2 wins. So
A&T's had had a couple players, some pretty good players that's hopping in the portal. Our quarterback of the future hopped into the portal.
Hey, you know what though? Can I add an old man take? I hate the portal actually. I hate it as a fan.
Yeah.
I know the guys got to get their money. and have mobility, but as for what it does for the product, I think it stinks.
Yeah, most of these kids ain't getting money anyway. Now,
No.
most of these kids is going because they can't stand being number 2 or number 3. It's like, here's what it is. Work your way up, son.
Yeah, I like for us to lose a quarterback, we had 7 quarterbacks last year, man.
That is insane. How do y'all have that?
Because they went because when Gibbs got there, he had to go get a quarterback because some of them got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to go get some. And he recruited one, right? So you're trying to get the QBs of the future too.
Yeah.
Try to build your program. So he had and he needed them all.
Yeah.
He played them all. So one didn't get to play because he got hurt from the gate. So we'll see what happens next year, man. But all right, we're gonna take our first break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this Celebration Bowl game. So we'll be back right after this break.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavil of Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
College football fans, the Cricket Celebration Bowl is celebrating 10 years of crowning an HBCU national champion. A champion will rise at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 13th as the MEAC and SWAC champions clash in Atlanta. Join us for championship football, interactive fan experiences, and iconic marching bands. It's an HBCU family reunion that you don't want to miss. See who will be crowned the next HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Welcome back to Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, episode 754. This is the Indy Report. So yeah, man. So we got a big game this Saturday. First, I'm gonna ask you this question first. Has either one of you ever been to a Celebration Bowl?
No.
You've never been to a Celebration Bowl?
It's right around the street, right around the corner from my parents' home, and I have not gone.
Tickets are available. Since Jackson State didn't make it, there seems to be a lot of available tickets on the SWAC side of the stadium. If you have an interest, since you're right up the street, sir.
You know what? I would say this. It's like, so I mean, you probably have a big walk-up crowd. Atlanta is known for having the walk-up crowd. I will say this, though. I was a little bit worried about Prairie View to see if their fans would actually show. We know Jackson State will travel. South Carolina State travels, but they're still considered smallish of all the big time schools. So that to me, this matchup kind of is like it's a new matchup, but
First time they've ever played in history, ever.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, it might look good on TV, but and the Celebration Bowl depends on who's playing.
But it's going to be a good game, though. It's going to be a really good game. Like
I agree.
I'm ecstatic that I'm going. I'm flying into Atlanta tomorrow. I am ecstatic that I'm going to this game because I think this is going to be a really good game. Really good game.
50, right?
Huh?
You gonna be on the 50?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the 50. I got club seats.
Woo, nice.
Yeah, I got club seats.
Okay.
50-yard line club seats.
But I do feel that the South Carolina State's second year, this is probably, they have the experience will probably go to them. Barry looked really nervous last year. I don't even know. I'm just glad to be here. But I do feel that, they will pretty much will have the advantage. But and I'm never going to sell Prairie View short, but I feel like the speed is on with Prairie View.
Let me tell you something, man. I watched that SWAC championship last weekend, and the first thing I noticed was, they're hitting over here in Prairie View.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
They were hitting.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I noticed was how big their line was.
Yeah. I mean, even
new players they had, 70 new that coach brought
70
in,
new players.
Yeah.
See, and that's a classic example of when coaches do things like that, it puts the pressure on everybody at that point.
Yeah.
He switched. He got 70 new guys, and he had an outstanding hit rate, and he got those guys all the way to the SWAC championship, the first one they've had since 2009, and the first time they've had 10 wins since the 60s.
Now, what's the over/under him remaining in Prairie View? I mean, I'll give it another. If he has the same success as of next year, he's out.
I think they're gonna have to figure out a way to take care of him.
Yeah,
they have to figure it out, and Prairie View should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, and they got the facilities.
Yeah, they'll figure it out because they're pretty staffed. Like their football program is pretty staffed too, from what I understand, based on what I saw. So there's a pretty staffed football program too. So for him to get 70 folks and be able to, his staff, kudos to his staff for being able to seek through the portal and get 70 new guys to come up in here and get those guys ready to rock.
Yeah.
And there's some guys came from other HBCUs and they didn't know much of them and ended up making it work. So shout out to his staff with regards to that. But when you get into this game, man, it's going to be interesting. You should try to go if you can, Jeff.
Yeah.
You should try to go.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
Got a wrestling match Saturday. I'll say this, my whole family is going to go. My family goes to every Celebration Bowl game. They didn't go to the Howard and FAMU game. That was too hurtful.
That was too much for them. Yeah.
Howard in there, so they didn't go to that one. They so rejoiced when FAMU won, though. But I will say this though: did Jackson bring up all of his coaches from Valdosta State?
I don't know if all of them came up, but I think he had some. I'm pretty sure a decent chunk of them came with him.
Okay. Well, I'll say probably a good number. Okay. Well, because that will be a good barometer if we do that. If we do the D2 route, because Maynard did bring, when he came to Hampton, he did bring a lot of his D2 coaches up. Some were good, but a good majority of them.
I think Tremaine knows how to. Tremaine has done an outstanding job. So I think it'll be interesting with regards to that. But when we talk about this game, man, they're so similar in so many different ways. When you talk about how they play defense, how both they want to run the ball, like it's gonna be interesting to see. I think the big thing that I'm concerned with regards to South Carolina State is that their quarterback is a statue.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be problematic with their front that Prairie View has. They got like a 370-pound defensive tackle. But
he can't move though.
Did he look 370?
Yeah, he looks 370, but he can move.
He can move? Okay.
He can move.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
He's like, look, if you run a toss, like if you're 5 yards away from him, you ain't gonna catch him. But you run at him, no.
No, he ain't. Yeah, there's nothing happening in the middle. No.
I do. Yeah, I think that is a good point. South Carolina State's quarterback, he kind of reminds me of like if like Byron Leftwich almost. Cinder block feet. He's not moving. Long delivery, and that is just. It seems like the ball takes too long to get out of his hands. And that to me is a kiss of death, primarily for, I would say, a Prairie View defense that's good at getting to the QB.
Top 5 in FCS.
Yeah. I mean, but that's in the SWAC, though. Come on.
I don't listen.
No,
here's the thing.
They're solid, man.
No. Here's the thing. That's the first step, right? First, you say it's the SWAC, and then you realize that Jackson State was 12th in the country.
True. Yeah.
And they had the number 2 rushing offense in the country.
Yeah.
Or in the SWAC, or at least in the SWAC.
Yeah.
And they shut. I got to double check the numbers. And they shut him down. They shut Ahmad Miller down, who's now in the portal, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Shut him down.
Interesting. I will say this though. This is the first SWAC team that I felt that like, wow, they really have, I would say, done something different to change the image of what most MEAC people thought about the SWAC. For us, it was always speed, fast wide receivers, fast running backs, up and down, racetrack. But this is the first time we've seen with Jackson where he brought in those big guys up front. And they play more of a power game. But they still do have speed on the edge, though.
So, I'm going to let you get in, Tariq. What are your thoughts?
I think I watched Prairie View beat Jackson State, and I think it's going to be a great game. I think they're going to beat the heck out of each other, and it's going to be like old school football. Like, one thing, though, is the quarterback play. Whoever can get the better quarterback play is going to help. I mean, that's what that was kind of glaring to me. Like the quarterback, I don't know if it was the defense or quarterbacks, but they were forced into some errors. So I think that's going to happen again. I have another take about this game, and especially as it relates to Hampton. If I'm Hampton's AD, I'm calling Chennis Berry to just have a talk.
Have a conversation.
Let's talk. Let's just have a coffee. Let's go to Starbucks. Let's just chat for a minute, man. I mean, I wasn't a believer. All that talk, all that yip yap.
Mailman go to work.
Yeah, all that. But I'm a believer now, yo. So I'm watching that game like that. I'm like, yo, man, can we get one of them right now? Because he plays well out of conference. His teams do well when they play PWIs. They've been stomping through HBCU football. I think he can use a step up. Come to Hampton. But that's my main take. But it's going to be a great game. They're going to be old school football, man.
Y'all should call him. Y'all would be foolish not to be honest.
Man.
I don't want to see him.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to see him in the CAA, but y'all should call him.
You wasting away down there in Orangeburg. Why don't you come on up here, man?
But here's the irony of it. That job in Orangeburg is his for as long as he wants it. Yeah. You know it and I know it. That's probably why it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to give him a grandfather deal for him to leave Orangeburg. I'm serious. Like Orangeburg, South Carolina State is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
They hire a coach and he stays there for as long as he wants.
I've been to Oliver C. Dawson about 5 times. You're 100% on that.
Oh yeah. They're not it's gonna be a lot of garnet and blue in Atlanta, and it's gonna be unfortunate when they see my blue and gold because I'm definitely putting it on the MEAC side. I'm sitting on the MEAC side. I'm definitely gonna have it on. But no, it's the you talk about. I had a thought about the trenches. We talked about how like when A&T was dominating in the Celebration Bowl, the big thing they were talking about was how the MEAC played more physical ball. I think post-COVID that shifted, man. Like when you think about like some of the schools that have been representing in the Celebration Bowl, like Jackson State, FAMU, and now Prairie View. They tend to be more physical out there in them trenches.
You know what, though?
Than they have been in the past.
You know, I chalked that up because I know the minute FAMU went over there, you know, they brought in their big boys over. And then, of course, the Prime brought in his big lineman guys over there, too. So I think the culture shift happened outside of the SWAC into the SWAC, whereas if the SWAC stayed the SWAC, then it will still be the same SWAC.
But like you got teams like Alabama State, who's always had outstanding defenses. They're physical, but now they got a quarterback in Andrew Bida who will be back next year, hopefully.
Wow.
Then you got teams like we see Prairie View. Sam Shade tends to be more of a physical type of team when he was at Miles. He just got to take some time to get his guys in. Yeah. Like it's shifting a little bit, man. But then of course you got the MEAC. The MEAC has 6 teams. They still got the physicality there, but I think the SWAC has elevated it a bit on their end of the spectrum, and it's gotten better. Yeah. But now I would love to see like some like level results, and I always get at them about playing different out of conference opponents just to see where they land, so to speak.
Yeah,
like I ain't asking to go play teams in the Big Sky, but like play a couple teams that are close to you. I know Prairie View's scheduled to play Tarleton State next season, I believe, and they might end up winning the national championship.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just letting you know.
But the
Prairie View typically isn't afraid to play anybody.
It's just like, because me and Reek talk about this all the time when we play other programs in the CAA, like William and Mary. I was on the sideline with them. The boys were big and lean. Like, and they were uniform in their size, where, we kind of look at what Hampton had and a couple other HBCU programs when they line up against these CAA programs. And they're like a hodgepodge of guys, mix and match. 6'1", 290-pound guard and a 6'8", 390-pound tackle. And it's just like it's not uniform. You just put whoever you want on the line to say block somebody. Whereas I felt like watching the SWAC with Jackson, he brought in, I would say, those same metrics that we saw in the CAA with those players, big but not fat, or overly, just big and lean, guys that can move and guys that can get into space. And that is something that we have not seen in the SWAC since forever, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game, man. I really am. I'm hyped for this game. Because I know it's going to be physical. I think the only concern I have about this game, whether or not this game is going to be good, is how South Carolina State shows up in the first quarter. Because last year they had a very slow start, and then it goes back to that discussion point about the month off. But I'm pretty sure Chinnis is going to have them boys ready this time around, since this is going to be their second rodeo. So I'm thinking that it's going to be more of a good game. But that's going to be the main thing I'm going to be watching going into the first quarter.
And this is Prairie View's first time, too. This is the first time. They played in conference championship, but this is the whole nation's watching this game. So,
yeah. It's amazing because, remember just for how long they've just been bad.
Yeah.
Just bad. How long they had like 50 games?
80 straight losses. 80 straight losses.
And this is a Texas program.
Man. Gosh.
And then KJ, shout out to KJ Black.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback when they won the SWAC in 2009.
Yeah.
So, he works for the Falcons now. So shout out to him. He said he's going to be at the game too. So shout out to him. Shout out to Tremaine Jackson calling a shot on New Year's Day and executing.
Yeah.
Like when you do something like that and you're seen as braggadocious, and then he executes. And he's got one more game to go to complete the mission. And if he completes that mission, man, if he sticks around there, man, it's gonna be some tough sledding for the SWAC to try to get past him, because he did this in his first year, bringing in 70 guys. Now he's gonna get to really build the program, as long as he sticks around.
But though, it'll be like it's similar to what we're seeing with Indiana in the Big Ten. It's like if they're the new guys on the block, the old guard, you know, the Gramblings, the Southerns, you know, I'm not going to say they're falling into irrelevancy, but they're almost on the back burner now because, you know, we're not even really talking about those programs. It's always Prairie View, Alabama State, and of course Jackson, and you know, FAMU will always be around. But if he does this, then he's rendering a lot of programs mute almost.
Well, I mean, when you have a dominant program, it's great for the fan base for that particular program, but then it starts getting rough after that.
Yep.
Yeah,
because then universities, schools, and administrators, ADs, they got to decide which way they want to go on this. If they're going to try to fight or not.
True.
Like when you have a dynasty, you know, they keep winning, but so far right now, man, like A&T remains the only one that's had more than one championship in that bowl game, in the Celebration Bowl. So, and if Prairie View wins, that'll continue for another year. After 10 years, A&T has 4, and everybody else ain't got more than 1.
That's why y'all need to go back to the MEAC.
Nah.
I'm just saying. You know, everybody say that.
Yeah. And my response always is, somebody gets 3, and then give me a call, and I'll push hard. If somebody gets 3 of them, then I'll push hard. I don't want y'all time with us.
Twice, right?
Huh?
Grambling's been twice, right?
Yeah, Grambling's been twice. 1 and 1.
Yeah. Okay.
It shouldn't have won the one they did, but you know. You had somebody out here taking helmets off and throwing hooks.
Dude, that was
hilarious.
Very cringeworthy.
That was hilarious. As an Aggie, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah,
thoroughly.
That coach was just so upset. Like, what is that person?
And you know the irony of that is, right? That coach, just won Conference USA.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. That is him.
Yeah, he just got an extension with Kennesaw State. Shout out to him.
Why did they let him go?
He moved on.
Oh no,
He moved on.
He went to Rice or something, right?
Got to get paid.
Yeah, he went to Rice or something, then moved over there. Yeah.
Then he went to Tennessee. Then he got the Kennesaw State gig.
Yeah, smart. No, yeah, very good.
That's the path. That is the path. Ease up on what, A&T, Roy? Hey man, you on IG? You on IG, man? Because A&T lost to Howard yesterday.
Ooh, that was.
Oh yeah, how'd that happen, man?
We got them.
Y'all are better than Howard, man. In theory, on paper.
Well, the boys got to play together. They had issues hitting free throws, and they got so far behind it in the first half. So they were pretty much digging out of the whole game in the second half, and they almost did it. They almost pulled it out. But you got to make your free throws, man.
We got them Saturday at Care First Arena, and
hopefully y'all have better attendance than us.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We only had like 780 people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. The last game it was packed. It was sold out last year, and we were up early. We were up like the whole game. Then like go down by 5 and hit like a 4-pointer and win the game. And that was great.
Oh, you're talking about when I talked about the hooks. I mean.
And you saw
I know there was a conflict with you because he's also a member of Omega Psi Phi. I know there's a conflict, but that was also an ego. So, you know, it kind of worked out in the end. In the grand scheme of things.
Hold on. That guy with the hooks. Let me ask you this. They always are in the wrong spot in football games. If you go to South Carolina State, when they play that song.
Oh, they're gonna definitely, they might hit the field like now. And the thing is, now you got both coaches. Both coaches are members of Omega Psi Phi as well.
Well, they'll both cancel each other out then.
Yeah, somebody's gonna act a fool, and it's gonna be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it. All right, Brandon just made it in, so we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring Brandon into the conversation.
All right, guys, I got to drop off, but you guys.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Thank you, man. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
fans, the Cricket Celebration Bowl is celebrating 10 years of crowning an HBCU national champion. A champion will rise at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 13th as the MEAC and SWAC champions clash in Atlanta. Join us for championship football, interactive fan experiences, and iconic marching bands. It's an HBCU family reunion that you don't want to miss. See who will be crowned the next HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
With over 25 years of serving our communities, Destiny Financial Services, a division of Global Life, is here to help you and your family through difficult times. From cancer care to accidental industries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life, but you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call DFS at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at www.globelifeinsurance.com. That is 877-300-8269, or again, the website at www.globelifeinsurance.com.
ESPN Events presents Red Lobster Band of the Year, a title reserved for elite HBCU marching bands. A season-long competition that culminates in Atlanta on Friday, December 12th. Drum majors, percussion, drill, auxiliaries, musicality. All aspects will be examined by the toughest judges in the world of college bands. 4 will qualify for the big stage, where national champions will be crowned. Follow us on social media for rankings updates throughout the season. And join us in Atlanta on December 12th. For event and ticket information, visit bandoftheyear.com.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Welcome back to Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is the Indy Report. Mr. King, how you doing, sir? Oh, he's not. He's already can't. He's not on yet.
There we go.
There you go. All right.
Okay, I can hear you now.
What's
Okay.
up, man?
How you doing,
How's
sir?
it going, good brothers?
Doing good. Doing good.
I'm in here with my co-host, so we'll see how this goes.
But don't worry, we only got like another 10 minutes, and I got to close the show anyway. So you should be all right. You should be good to go. But the question I have for you is,
My audio going out?
No, you good? You can hear? We can hear you.
Hold on.
No, we can hear you.
I know. Can y'all hear me?
Yep. We can hear you fine.
Oh, because I can't hear y'all.
Hey.
We got to get your earpiece, man. We're gonna get you some earpieces.
Okay. I can't hear Dave though.
You can hear me. You can't hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Let me do this.
I hear you, Dave, though.
Maybe it's on my end.
What
Let
about
me.
now? Is it better?
Okay. I thought it was me. I thought I was going to.
StreamYard can be weird sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. We back in business now.
All right. So I was going to ask you guys, man, about divisions, because there's been a discussion point about the SWAC potentially going out of divisions, and the irony is Dr. Cavil on yesterday's show showed that if they didn't have divisions this season, the teams that would have been in the SWAC championship would have been Alabama State and Prairie View. So that was fascinating to say the least. Because I guess there was some chirping about going out of divisions. Now we're all in conferences that don't have divisions. So I wanted to, but OVC, you guys play everybody, correct? Or y'all don't play everybody?
Not quite everybody.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Why would they do that? Why would the SWAC? What's the advantage to not having division?
Well, the thought was that there was a concern prior to what happened on Saturday that the SWAC championship games have been pretty much blowouts over the past couple of years. So the question was whether or not the two best teams were actually going to play each other. And so that's what it boiled down to. Now this year, you had Jackson versus Prairie View, and it ended up being a really good game, a 2-point win for Prairie View. So then, but they're still going to have that discussion point of whether or not it makes sense to get rid of the divisions.
Would they keep the championship game?
Yes, the top two teams will play, just like they do in the SAIC. The top two teams will play because they don't have divisions either. But I think the big concern is like you're gonna have the scheduling balancing challenge, right? Like in the CAA, you have that. Like some schools got tougher schedules than others.
Yep.
So I mean, you're gonna have to deal with that aspect of it all. But in the CAA, it's not as bad because if you got two teams that are tied for first, odds are both of them, one of them will be crowned the champion, but both of them will likely both make the playoffs. Whereas, if you got a 3-way tie, you're gonna go through all these tiebreakers. That's what ended up happening because you had with the scenario, you had 3 teams that were 7-1 in conference, and the tiebreakers got down to like points of point differential. With a couple of teams, I think it was Valley and another team, I believe, against common opponents, and that's how Alabama State got the nod, right? Over Jackson for the final spot.
Yeah, I guess I do like the division format because it does add intrigue. You know what I'm saying? SWAC East, SWAC West. So I think that's cool. They will miss some intrigue with that, getting rid of that format.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can look at it from both sides because, like you said, looking at the SIAC is like a framework. When you don't have divisions, it places a premium literally on every conference game, and you can't have more than 1 or 2, really no more than 2, and you're on the outside looking in. But the other could be from having divisions, you could potentially keep more teams engaged in the championship picture, or because of the divisions, you can maybe it gives you a little bit more of a margin for error because of that aspect of having divisions. It's not just essentially sometimes a 2-team race, but I could kind of see both sides. Look, I would need some more data points to use one of our terms to get some better, so I could have some more insight. But I could definitely see both sides of it. So I mean, it's interesting to see. Now I'll say this, and then I'll land my plane. The conference race in the SIC was a good one. So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, that's a pretty good example to follow.
I think you have the better odds of getting the 2 best teams if you do without divisions.
Get out of here.
And that's what you want your championship to be. You want the 2 best teams to play each other.
You do.
So I know a lot of folks don't necessarily agree, and it is true that you don't necessarily get the 2 best teams all the time without divisions. But you don't. A lot of times you don't get the 2 best teams with them.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't folks who know, I cover the NFL, and the team that I cover is in the worst division in football. I don't think it's a debate. I think the NFC South is the worst division in football, and they're going to end up getting the winner of that division is going to end up getting a home game. Fair or not, they're going to get a home game. So it all depends how you look at it. I mean, at one point we won a division with a losing record, and we won our playoff game from the NFL. But so it's all perspective.
Look, okay. I'll say this because I'm a NASCAR fan, or at least I was. Not to the extent that I once was, and they've made a lot of changes with the playoffs and everything, and adding the chase because of it. Really stems back to 1992, where four drivers went into the last race with the chance to win the championship. And because of that, and people still talk about it years later, they made these changes. But the only thing is the reason why you talk about 1992 because it was special and it doesn't happen like that. So, and I say that with in regards to making wholesale changes to your conference alignment in the landscape of your league because you have a good conference championship game or you don't necessarily don't necessarily make changes off the strength of one or two games trying to chase that mythical game because the reason why you talk about those classic games is because they're not they don't happen all the time, and if they happen all the time they lose that specialness to a certain degree. So
Yeah, I'd stick with the division format. I like it, and it gives you something to win, right? You can win the East or the West.
Yeah.
More participation trophies.
The irony of it all is that part of the reason why A&T made a decision to make the jump to the CAA was because they were supposed to do divisions. It has never happened.
Wow.
Like I think they're doing pods, right? So we got pod. I don't know what they're gonna do next year because we got two more teams leaving the conference next year. We're gaining one, but we're losing two. So I don't know what they're gonna do next year with regards to that. But like that was one of the selling points. That was one of the selling points our AD said about to reduce the travel costs because we're going to have divisions. Now, granted, we play Elon and Campbell every year, but outside of that, I mean, we've had to go to Maine, Rhode Island. Probably got to go. But if I don't want to wish this on. Most likely, we're probably gonna be in New Hampshire next year.
Albany, Albany,
or Albany, which I'll probably take the ride for that one. If we go to Albany or New Hampshire, I'll take the ride. New Hampshire's closer. I hope it's New Hampshire. New Hampshire's like 3 hours. I can manage that.
Y'all get hit with a little bait and switch.
I mean, look, man. Last year was the easiest schedule we had, so maybe we'll play Sacred. I honestly almost root for players for us to go to Sacred Heart because then that's literally up the street. Like, that ain't far from me at all. Connecticut. And Rhode Island's playing in Pawtucket this year, so that's close to me too. That's 10 minutes from the house. They're redoing their stadium down in North Kingstown, or South Kingstown. So they're playing at the soccer. They're playing at the soccer stadium in Pawtucket.
They're getting ready. They're getting ready for something.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be honest, man. Rhode Island Stadium is pretty nice. They have it so like a portion of it is like it's connected to the basketball court. So like you can. Did you go to you went to the game in Rhode Island?
No, I didn't go, but I've seen it. I've watched enough of them, and they always talk about how it's like all one big complex.
Yeah, like it's connected to the basketball arena.
Mm-hmm.
So half of the seats you can walk out of the arena and go to your seat. Then the other half of the seating is on the other side. So it's pretty dope setup. I didn't realize that's how it was set up. I used to go to like concerts at the Ryan Center, the basketball arena. But I didn't realize it was like connected like that. So we'll see how that goes. But when they finish the renovation, so to speak. Any last thoughts before we adjourn?
We gotta talk basketball one of these days.
We could talk basketball. We're gonna have to talk basketball. I mean, football season's gonna be ending after this week, so
yeah, I like our team. Hopefully they can come together, but like they've got everything. And that big man that we got from Tennessee State, thank you. He's a good player. Ogundele, is that his name? So yeah, I like our team. I want to try and get down to the Hampton Howard game this weekend, but I don't know. That might be a little too far. Amtrak is not cooperating, but I'll at least be watching it. But I like our basketball team.
Oh no, the train's the move, man. And then I've been starting to get into track too, man. We had 3 players that won Player of the Week this week, 2 from A&T, 1 from Hampton. So, yep. So we're doing our thing, and the track championship is gonna be in Boston. So I'm pulling up for that.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm pulling up for that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up for that. See if we can get some more championships because the ladies won for you guys last year on the indoor. So,
yep.
So I'm definitely pulling up for that. But I'm curious to see how our ladies do this year. Look, man, we already lost to them this week, so hopefully you guys don't too. Hopefully you guys don't lose to them either.
We're gonna try.
All right. Don't like they already slandering my boy A&T Roy on the internet as it is because he made the cut. But all right, any last words, Mr. King? You're on mute, buddy.
Oh wait, there we go. Now look, for some of us, football, really all three of football seasons for us has been over for a while.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Oh man.
So I've been looking forward to basketball season. I said this from the men and women's perspective. I think they're better than last year. The women's side may not necessarily show it, but when you actually watch them, overall they play a better brand of basketball than they did last year. Men are getting better. I know Alabama A&M kind of jumped all over them.
Yeah, there was a
in
nice joke.
Huntsville.
It was like they were saying Tennessee State got to quit playing money games. I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Got one today. We got UNLV.
Oh, that's a money game.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dear.
I might tune in, but my expectations are rather low. Just keep it under 30. But
Keep it under 30.
I mean, the way you saw the SWAC. Some of the SWAC ladies are doing. I mean,
Yeah, shout out to
catch them
Southern,
the right
man.
night,
Yeah.
man.
yeah. And
Shout out to Southern.
I missed the Arizona game, but I caught like the latter half of the second quarter and the second half of the Houston game. And I was impressed by what I saw. Them young ladies, they was out there locking up.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, man, they play with a lot of intensity. And my thing is always defense travels.
I agree.
And them young ladies, they were definitely D'ing up because and anytime Houston would kind of seem like they was on the verge of making a run, they hit a shot, or Southern would create a turnover and hold them off. So it's a good victory. So they got 2 Big 12 skins on the wall this year. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
definitely shout out to the Lady Jags.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
All right. Now I gotta close. Now it's time to close out before Brian gets at me because the ONG Strike Zone comes up next. Thank you for listening to Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Make sure you share our podcast with your friends and colleagues. We look forward to next week as we discuss the latest news in the lab. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at champd1012. You can go check out hupowership.com for Big Reek. You can go to sneakershoptalk.com for Brandon and his articles. And he's talking about some shoes too that I cannot be trying to pay for nowadays. We follow Dr. Kenyatta Cavil on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you go to Inside the HBCU Sports Lab 1 on Facebook or Inside the HBCU Sports Lab on YouTube. Dream big and continue to move forward. We'll talk to you soon. Reek.
Of course.
Brandon.
Lecture.
Dismissed.